What's up guys, as I mentioned in my other previous videos that I predict that those coins will drop on the SNL night, right? And the price actually dropped. But in this videos, I want to talk about a couple things is what really happened on SNL night. What is the thing that Elon Musk is saying on that night? And what is so important about the thing that Elon Musk is really saying. So I kind of break it down so you guys can really understand. Because at the end of the day, all you guys really care is, okay, what does Elon Musk say on that day? What is so important about that, right? And why is the price of Dogecoin drop on that day, right? Why the price dropped on yesterday, for example, right? And that's all you guys care. And the next thing I want to talk about is, what should you guys do right now when the Dogecoin price is dropped, and what is Dogecoin will look like in the future, okay? So let's go one step at a time. The first thing is, what is going on SNL night? What is Elon Musk is saying? So on SNL night, I only care about two parts, okay? The first part is Elon Musk, he talked to his mom. The second part is Elon Musk, he on the show and he talked to the cast member and they asked him about Dogecoin. So let's talk about the first part. The first part is the mom asked Elon, so what do you have for me on Mother's Day, or what do you have for me? She say like, hopefully it's not Dogecoin. He laughing like, yes, it's Dogecoin, okay? So first of all, Elon, he's the man of making jokes and stuff like that, right? But if you pay attention, right, this thing is kind of like yes and also no. Right? So the mom kind of like, son, are you gonna get me Dogecoin? Or Elon say, oh yeah, I gonna give you Dogecoin. What that really mean, guys, is Elon, right? He planned to give Dogecoin to the mom, you know, just for fun, for example. But he wants to send a message to you guys. Okay, I'm talking about the positive thing over here. He want to send a message to you guys is, yeah, Dogecoin is pretty popular. Even my mom know, okay? And even my mom right now, I want to give to my mom. That means something is really valuable on Mother's Day, and I want to give it to my mom. It's Dogecoin, the future, okay? And that is the message that he want to send to you. This is the future, and he want to support us that the Dogecoin, he give it to the most valuable person, the most loving person on the planet is his mom, okay? For me as well, right? I invest into Dogecoin. Do you know I invest into Dogecoin for my mom? Yes, I do, right? Because I know Dogecoin is the future and I want to invest the best thing for my mom. And that's exactly what I did, right? On the Mother's Day, I give my mom Dogecoin, okay? This is the true story, okay? And I really see the energy of Elon. I really see why he making a joke. At the same time, he make you not to believe, but at the same time to believe. So you don't know what he's thinking, okay? This guy is a very smart guy. Now, let's talk to you about the second part on the show. So on the show, one of the cast members asked Elon this, okay? So imagine, let's say you are Elon, and they answer this. So what is Dogecoin? He say, so Elon say, right, it is the future of currency. And the guy say, what is that? What do you mean? So Elon say, it is Elon say it is unstoppable financial vehicle that's going to take over the world. I say that one more time, okay? When the person asked Elon, he say this is the future of currency. That is huge. The future of currency. In the future, crypto will be the currency, and Dogecoin is the future currency. That is key number one. And then obviously, the cast, he don't understand. And if you think about right now in the marketplace, not really many people understand what is Dogecoin is. They still think it's the meme coin, it's the joke coin. Right now, it's the fourth place, and they still think like that, okay? And then he asked Elon again, and Elon said, man, okay, it is an unstoppable financial vehicle that going to take over the world. Dogecoin is something unstoppable that regardless of what happened, it's going to take over the world. That means people start using it, okay? No matter how many people try to prevent it, okay? No matter how the news gonna say things bad about it. No matter how people gonna cut laws, you know, jump out of Dogecoin, talk bad about Dogecoin, it's unstoppable. It's a vehicle that it's gonna happen eventually, and nothing can stop it to take over the world for the financial, okay? That is really, really deep message that Elon, he is sending to the genius people, to the true investor, to the financial institution, to the bank, to the real investor. So if I was the real investor, let's say a multi-millionaire, a billionaire, or the CEO of the bank, whatever, I saw the mess of Elon, most likely I would take a look deep into Dogecoin. Why is Elon is talking about this is the future currency? Why Dogecoin is unstoppable financial vehicle that's going to take over the world? This is the deep message that caused people to think, causing CEO, causing the banking to think deeper and probably going to adopt Dogecoin. However, the normal people, they're not going to get it. Now, the normal people, they ask again, Elon, so they say, so is this a hustle? And Elon say, man, I'm tired of this thing. In his mind, he's probably thinking, I'm tired of this thing. He say, yeah, it's a hustle. Man, he just want to get it over with. So this is really deep. Let me analyze for you real quick, okay? Most people think a hustle is nothing, you know, it's like, okay, whatever, it's just a hustling thing, you know, it's nothing really important. But if you really think about this, most successful entrepreneur is the one that actually hustling. I've been hustling all my life, okay? When I was young, I hustling, okay, to learn, to fail, and I do a lot of things. Later on, when I start to grow up more and more, I hustling from one business to another, and until now, I achieve a little bit of success. Hustling is required for entrepreneur. Hustling is required for startup, okay? And as a matter of fact, Dogecoin is the underdog. It's been hustling from the 100th place to the 50th place to the 30th place, and now it's hustling all the way up to the 4th place. And I really believe in the future, when Elon said, yeah, it's a hustle. Normally the hustling is the underdog that actually become the upper dog, okay? So Dogecoin is gonna hustle its way up to become the #1 guy. I'm sharing you my thought, right? I love things when it comes to hustling. If I invest into an entrepreneur, I want to see if this dude is really hustling, okay? If this dude really work hard. Dogecoin work really hard. They build a raving community. Dogecoin work really hard, you know, to hustling, to unite people of all walk of life together. And it's the requirement hustling in Dogecoin for it to be successful, okay? So I don't know why. So I really think that on that night, most of the things Elon say is really ironic, very simple, and very, very smart. I think it's really genius. He don't want to disclose something that's major because a lot of retail investor, you guys expect instant return. You guys expect like instant gratification. You want to put like $1 in, you want to expect the next day you take $2 out, okay? You want to put $10,000 in, you want to expect 3 days later after the SNL night or during that night, you guys profit double. See, here's the thing. Elon, I really think that he have a really big plan in reserve for us, a big plan in reserve for Dogecoin. That's why you see the next day, while many retail investors back out, right? Which is a good thing, right? They back out and Elon launched SpaceX to accept Dogecoin. SpaceX accept Dogecoin as the payment, and SpaceX eventually sent Dogecoin to the moon, right? And the news coming out, he say, remember before he say, hold tight into Dogecoin. That is the key, okay? So now, what I want to let you guys know is, I think a lot of positive things it happened on that night. Here's why. Number one, you guys have to understand, one of the reasons I predict that night the price will drop is this. Number one is I've been talking about all day, right? Because that night, the big short, because Dogecoin it need to distribute out to more ordinary people who believe into Dogecoin. And that night, so many wealth, like for example, the wealth, they start to sell off. That's why you see the thing is going down, the wealth sell off. And when the wealth is sell off from 70 something cent all the way down, like 70 cents, 60 something cent, all the way down to 50 something cent, regular investor, they get so panicked. They worry, they don't have faith. They just want to jump in and make quick profit. They panic and they start to sell off again, sell off more and more. They don't see the vision of Elon. They don't see the mess of Elon. I'm not trying to say in here, say all the positive thing. So here is the good news I want to like share to you with this. What most people, they don't realize is this. For Dogecoin to become the reality, it needs to distribute to more people. Okay, the wealth needs to sell off so more ordinary people can enter, more believers can enter into Dogecoin, okay, and start to use Dogecoin, okay, start to invest into Dogecoin, okay, for it to become the reality. And that's exactly what happened, and that's exactly what Elon Musk is planned for it to happen. That's why he don't announce anything big on that day, okay, but he normally announce something that people don't really expect, okay. That's the first thing. The second thing I think is the really big news for Dogecoin is, come on guys, it's a huge exposure for Dogecoin. You're talking about Elon, he mentioned that he will get the Dogecoin for his mom, the one that he loved. You're talking about Elon, he mentioned that Dogecoin is the future currency. You're talking about Elon mentioned this Dogecoin is unstoppable financial vehicle that's going to take over the world, guys. This is big, right? And guess what happened? I really think that several days later, week later, or even month later, the institution, the bank, the corporation, they're going to saw Elon Musk. Many people all around the world of SNL night, it broadcast all around the world, guys. Huge exposure for Dogecoin. You guys see that? Huge exposure, advertising for Dogecoin. And ordinary people will watch that. They're going to wonder, what is this Dogecoin? What is this thing right here that he's talking about? What is the future currency that he's talking about? What is the unstoppable vehicle that is going to take over the world? What is the thing that Elon talked about? They're going to dig deeper in research. That is the good news for Dogecoin. And the one that actually win, I really think, is the one that actually hold tight and buy more into the dip, for example. And that's what I did. Buy more into the dip and hold tight into it. Because by the end of the day, normally after the event, after the big sell-off, is where the big guy will enter. Because now they can buy Dogecoin as a discount price. They can, the institution, the bank, the corporation, now they see the vision of Elon Musk. They see the vision of Dogecoin. They see the momentum. They see many businesses start using it. Now they want to be the early adopter into Dogecoin. They're going to scoop up a good amount. That's why I predict, okay? And eventually, the Dogecoin will slowly spike up. Like after 1 or 2 weeks later, it's going to like start to spike up again. And guess what happened to all the day trader? They back out. They're going to start to jump right back in. And the price is going to go up again, okay? So that is my take for SNL night, okay? Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't be panicked. Hold tight and believe into Dogecoin, right? Which is me. I believe into Dogecoin. I love Dogecoin. And if you guys don't believe, you don't have to do anything, you know? You can just, there are many other opportunities out there. But Dogecoin is the future. I really strongly believe that Dogecoin is the future cryptocurrency. It is an unstoppable vehicle, like Elon say, that eventually it's going to take over the world. It will become the #1 currency. Good luck, guys, and wish you the best and invest like a genius.